Good afternoon YouTube, and welcome along to another little garage chat. Today I thought I'd tell you about one or two of the new things I've been buying to go with the brand new Royal Enfield Cub that I have here. I call it the Cub. It's actually the 350 Classic, and it's an absolute joy to ride. It's just had its 300-mile service, which is just the first service, so not a right lot done. Tappets are set, the oil was changed, and just generally tidy up and fettle everything that needed tightening up. But as I've mentioned in one or two of my previous videos, I thought I'd go through some of the stuff that I've bought, and one of which is, I think you've seen it already, it's these gold top gloves, which I got from them just a few months ago actually, and they are absolutely superb. They're really comfortable, they're silk lined, and they fit like a glove, and there's absolutely no difficulty in feeling all the relevant switches and what have you on the bike. So yeah, these are a really good purchase, and they look very stylish as well. Another thing I got myself is this brand new RST jacket from Sports Bike Shop at £119. It comes with a winter liner, which is removable. It's very comfortable. The liner is actually very warm, so that's going to be coming out. And it has vents both at the top here and on the back. Now it didn't come with shoulder and elbow pads. I had to get them separately. But other than that, it was absolutely a fantastic bargain. I've used it once or twice. It's really a nice jacket to wear, and it looks quite smart as well. I've embellished it with the I don't know if you can see that, the Royal Enfield lightning bolt and spanner badge, and it came with the classic TT badge on it there as well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that jacket. It's really nice, and it goes nicely with the classic 350. As the bike didn't come with any panniers, I decided I needed to get some. Now, I made inquiries with Royal Enfield. They didn't have any that fitted this particular model at the moment. There's no rack to go with it or anything like that. So I had to either send off to India for a rack, and then also send off for the panniers as well. I believe making the rack in India would have cost me about £95. I think that included postage. And then of course there's another, I don't know what it is for the panniers themselves, but I decided I didn't want to go down that track, and I wanted something a little bit more individual. So what I actually managed to get hold of were these panniers. This is just one of them, which I got off the internet from eBay, and they're about £40. Now, as you can see, it's a fairly basic saddlebag. It has a pretty useless little pocket here, which I don't know what you could keep in there, but it's got quite a few large pockets inside. One there, one behind a bit of a flap there, and one behind a zipper. Now clearly it's not waterproof. Anything that you carry in this will have to go in a plastic bag in some way to keep it dry, because obviously it's just going to get in from the sides. Now, when these bags arrived, I had to do some alterations to them, because the way they were put together, although it's pretty good, there was a problem with regards how I attach it to the bike itself. On the back there were two large straps here and here with a buckle on top. Now, when I put it on the bike, it was okay, except for the fact that the buckles would have been rubbing and scraping against the paintwork on the bike itself, which I didn't like the idea of at all, because clearly that's going to cause some damage after a while. So a little bit of ingenuity, and what I did, I cut those buckles off, and I bought a pair of these straps. I got these off the internet. They're just straightforward, cheap and cheerful leather straps, which I can arrange it so that the buckles are on the inside, and I'll show you that now. So basically it feeds in from there goes round the framework of the bike, in through there, and you do the buckle up there and there. And the only other thing I had to do to it in order to stop them flapping on the bike is I cut a couple of little holes at the bottom here, and with a simple cable tie it just holds it securely so that there's no movement from side to side when you go around a corner. Now, as I say, cheap and cheerful saddlebags, next to nothing really, 40 quid. You know, that's what's a tank of petrol in the car? Well, it would have been. Nowadays it's probably about half a tank of petrol in the car. But there you are. So let's I'll get this back on the bike now and I'll show you it in situ. Okay, so I hope you can see this now. The saddlebags, when they're actually attached to the bike, the two leather straps that I have will just go around this bit of frame here and come over the top here, so that both of them come through into the bag, do them up, and then the cable tie just attaches to this part here. Really simple. I'll just show you how I put it all together now. I've already prepared the cable tie in there, ready to go. Straps are on, so let's get this fed through. That's one. The other is a little bit more fiddly. Get it on the buckle to start with. And then the cable tie at the back, simple enough. Feed it through. Then just cinch up these buckles. Come on. You know when you say something's just straightforward? It never is. One. That's the other. And I'll just move the camera so you can see inside it. You can see they're both cinched up, nice and tight, strapped in. Do the zipper up. It's all nice and neat and tidy now. And I can put things in there as I need. The cable tie at the back is not overly tight because I don't want it too tight, because getting it off again later, if I need to remove it, I'll have to cut it and I need to be able to get the pliers behind it. So I'm just going to nip that end of the cable tie off, and that'll do for the saddlebags. And that's it back on the bike. I'm sure you'll agree that it looks pretty good and quite blends in with the seat. Not the same colour exactly, but close enough. The only other adjustment I had to make to the saddlebags were these straps were incredibly long. They hung down here somewhere, so I just nicked the end off them. And I had to put one or two extra holes in the actual strap so that it came up here nice and neatly. Well, these last few days have been absolutely brilliant for riding. It's been glorious sunshine and really warm. I'm hoping that later this week I'm going to get down to Glossop to meet up with my mate Dave, and then we're going to go down to the Yonderman for some lunch and maybe a little ride around before I come home. And that of course is going to be on my little Royal Enfield Classic 350. Now she's had her first service, as I mentioned, so everything should be absolutely fine. Fingers crossed the bike will perform as it's supposed to and we'll have a really good time. I will of course be showing you the video once I get back and I've had time to edit it down to something that's not going to take days to watch. I hope you've enjoyed the Welsh wandering videos that I've been putting out just lately. We had a lot of fun riding that particular tour, even though I did catch a really stinking cold, but apart from that everything went really well. We saw some fantastic sights. The countryside down there is amazing, really spectacular. If you haven't had the chance to get down to Wales, do so, you'll love it. I'd also like to thank all the people that have been subscribing to the channel. I was quite surprised to see that I've passed the 300 mark already, and it was not something I was expecting so quickly. So if you're one of the subscribers that have joined me recently, welcome aboard. If you're thinking of joining me, then feel free to click the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you get notifications of any new videos that are coming out, and feel free to put a like or a dislike, whichever. And if you want to make a comment, do so below and I'll do my best to reply as quickly as I can. So I'll finish the video at this point now, and as usual I'll say look after yourselves, look after the people around you, and until next time, bye for now.